Welcome back to the Mysterious Things Pod, where we try to explain the real effects that government policies are having on Americans. If you've come looking for tarot readings, I've temporarily suspended them in an effort to get news to you that you may not have heard elsewhere. With that, let's get on with today's episode. Common sense and consequences for farmers. I don't know if you are on Farm Talk like I am, but did you see that video from Skylar?
I might lose my farm because of the government. I got in bed with the government. I was promoting getting in bed with the government because I thought it was a good idea. So, NRCS, conservation planning. So they had a program out there called the EQIP program. And what the EQIP program is it's cost sharing on stuff like fencing, different seedings, water lines, waters, wells, and stuff like that to better conserve farmland for agricultural use. So, I thought it was a great program. We got a contract with them for $240,000. So we signed a contract with them for $240,000, and we have bought different types of material. We've gotten paid out on some of it, but I now have $80,000 worth of material and signed contracts for labor that are going to install the water lines in the upcoming few weeks and months. And with that being said, they called me today and said, hey, I know we have this signed contract. We're reneging on it.
If not, I will link it in the description box below. He's a young farmer who voted for Trump 3 times, and now he's about to lose his family farm because, shocker, Trump is doing exactly what he promised. And now Skylar's out here on the internet crying about it. Now look, I don't take joy in seeing family farms struggle. I care about small farms. I care about sustainable agriculture. But Skylar, dear, I am struggling to feel sympathy for you. You are exactly the kind of person who should have known better. A white guy with a farm in Missouri? You are the demographic that needs to feel the consequences of your vote. And don't get me wrong, I get why folks in the comments were ruthless. They were saying, isn't this what you voted for? Did you not research the policies? You deserve this? How much you selling your farm for? And Skylar got defensive, trying to spin it like, well, all this attention is helping me. Your comments are boosting my video. Hey, is that going to stop Trump from enacting Project 2025? Is that going to save your farm? Will those views get fed to your cattle? No? Then what exactly are you bragging about? And the kicker? In the comments, he admitted he didn't have time to research Trump's plans. I'm sorry, but what? You're a grown-ass man running a business, and you didn't take the time to read up on the policies that would affect your own livelihood? That's not an excuse. That's irresponsibility. See, I don't own a farm anymore, but I still took the time to read Project 2025. I made it a priority. And you, a current farmer, didn't? You could have read the agriculture section. You could have asked, hey, will this impact my farm? But you didn't. And now, after handing Trump the keys to the kingdom, you want to act surprised that he's gutting programs that keep small farms afloat? And let's be real, you did look at Trump's platform, just not the parts that mattered to you. You liked the culture war stuff, the anti-immigrant, anti-woman, anti-poor policies. But you ignored the fine print that also said he was coming for farm subsidies, environmental protections, and grant programs that help keep your land viable. This isn't even new. Did you forget what happened to farmers in Trump's first term? Remember the soybean farmers? A whole bunch of them went out of business. And guess what? The same thing is happening again. Now, Trump just froze most federal grants and loans, the lifelines that family farms depend on. Farmers are already getting letters saying, sorry, that money we promised? Yeah, we're not paying that. Tyler is a cattle farmer in Missouri. He's about to be $80,000 short on his loan because the government backed out of a signed contract. His only option now? Sell his cattle. And if he sells them now, that means next year he's got no calves and no income. It's a no-win situation. And here's where it gets even worse. Elon Musk is pulling the strings behind the scenes, pushing for these cuts to government programs. Why? Because he doesn't want tax dollars going to farmers and working people. He wants that money going into his pocket and those of his billionaire friends in the form of major tax cuts. Now, Skylar, in your latest video, you said, "We need to work together to fight corruption." Well, I agree. But first, you gotta recognize where the corruption is coming from. Trump doesn't care about your farm. Musk doesn't care about your farm. The Republican Party sure as hell doesn't care about your farm. So yeah, you screwed up. But it's not too late. The working class, farmers, laborers, small business owners, we have to come together. Because if we don't stand up now, these billionaires are going to bleed us all dry. And that's where I'll leave it today. Skylar, if you're ready to have an honest conversation without the defensiveness, I'm listening. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and farmers, don't let these billionaires play you for a fool.